Hello fellow YouTubers. Today is Tuesday, August 28th. Yes, we've only got 3 days of winter left. It's cold. It's been cold all day, and it's even colder right now. Yeah, it's late. It's getting on to 9 o'clock. It's unusual for me to make a video so late, but these things happen. We sort of had a busy day today. I cleaned out underneath. Well, I was wondering the bench top over here, what was underneath it, so I cleaned it out. And I basically had an idea what was under there, but I just made it a bit tidier. I also knew there were some plastic bags, and we needed them because Woolworths and Coles, and I'm not sure if other supermarkets like IGA, I know Aldi don't, because Aldi don't have bags, have banned plastic bags. So you can't get, since 1st of July, I think it's been, or it might have been the 15th of July, anyhow, something like that. And you've got to supply your own bags. And it was a bit of a hit and miss affair to begin with, because they end up putting a sign in the car, don't forget the shopping bags. I think I mentioned that before, but anyhow, I've digressed again like I normally do, and yes. So and then we went shopping, and I didn't mind this time because there was something I wanted to get. Some people, quite a few people actually, over the past months have asked me if I had an oximeter. Well, no, I didn't have an oximeter, but today, I went and bought one. There you go. Yes, it's a neat little thing. It comes with a little pouch and a little strap. I suppose you can put that. Yeah, well, I meant that's what it's for. And here's the little unit here. So just hold the on button down. There you go. It's off. And you stick your finger in there and wait to get a reading of your blood oxygen level. Here we go. It's reading. It's reading. It's reading. It takes a few seconds. Here we go. Come on. Come on. No? Oh, my blood oxygen is, there it is. I think it's 97, pulse is 73. It was 99 when I first got it, but anyhow. The folk with breathing problems are very familiar with these little games. It was on special too. I priced it a couple of months ago. It was nearly $80, $79.95 I think it was. And I went into the chemist today and it was $67, so I bought it. I thought I'll have one because I'm starting to get interested in my blood oxygen level, because my specialist tells me I've got plenty of oxygen, but it doesn't feel like it when I'm breathless. I know my blood oxygen level drops down to about 84, and that is low. A bit of a shout out there, a bit of light, but anyhow, that doesn't matter. That's done now. I'll put it aside there. So yes, I think there will be a few people happy about that, as I am too. And I got my my little treeper, a trolley put together, but I'll show you that in another video. And yeah, so we went shopping and had to get a stack of grey. Ended up with 2 shopping trolleys. My wife said she didn't have that much to get, but she had something to get. But get a small trolley. And I got a small trolley. But then it proved not to be big enough, because we had to get another trolley because she wanted 3 25-litre bags of pine bark. And all this was in Woolworths out at the plaza. And I went looking for a little magnetic thermometer, but I couldn't find it again. So there you go. Never mind, it'll pop up, but it'll pop up somewhere. I'm sure it will. Now, I had a comment from my friend George over in Virginia, and he was saying how very hot it was and humid. Miserable, he was calling the weather, and I agree it is miserable. It's also debilitating, which is what it does to me, and many other folk who have breathing problems too. The humidity, the high humidity, and the simple putting up with the heat, it can take its toll on one, even healthy people. But there I am. I'm going on again, aren't you? Anyhow, I'm just going to do a well, I will be doing that video of the botanical gardens. I don't know whether it'll be today or tomorrow or whatever, but when the mood takes me, I'll do it. It will be sooner rather than later. And yes, I'm going to do a little reading from Simple Things, because people are enjoying the reading. Anyhow, you know, when we were kids, a ball was very precious to us. You know, a tennis ball, very precious to a child. And we played ball all the time. Out in the backyard, out in the front street, all this, all over the place. Oh, we always had a ball. If you anyhow, this is just a short reading. Playing ball was a simple and regular pastime for children in those days. This is going back to the 50s. And that's exactly what my brother and sister were doing one end of the backyard. Well, sort of. They were sitting on the ground facing each other, legs crossed, rolling the ball casually along the ground, him to her, backward and forward, her to him. I was standing there looking at them, expecting a response. But it was like I wasn't there. So fascinated and spellbound they were by the movement of the ball. You know how it... When one is very young, one can be mesmerised by a whole host of things and disappear into some sort of fugue state, completely isolated from whatever might be going on about you. I was tempted to yell, "Hey!" but I dismissed the thought, and knowing that I would scare the living daylights out of them, and my sister would probably start to cry. And I didn't want that to happen. So I just waited and watched. Suddenly, my brother, roused from his daydream and obviously bored. Well, kids get bored very easily, don't they? Yes. Threw the ball hard to ground with a loud bop, bringing my sister out of her reverie and sending the ball skyward. Up and away it went all askew. Down it came, hit the laundry roof, rebounded, and went sailing over the fence. That fence. Why did it have to be that fence? Couldn't be the other side fence with the other neighbours, could it? No. Had to be this other side fence. If it had been the other side fence, retrieving it would have been so very, very easy. There were palings missing from this other side fence, and Mr. and Mrs. Sanderland didn't give a hoot nor a holler if we went through the gap in their fence and retrieved our ball. But the other side fence, well, that was an entirely different thing altogether. Oh yes, bet your life on that. There wasn't a dog on the other side of the other side fence. Oh no. But there was a cur nonetheless. And his name was Mr. Redman. I don't know how many balls were lost to the backyard on the other side of that other side fence, but I reckon the miserable, rat-faced, cranky son of a bitch whose hallowed ground it was must have had quite a stash. If the railings had been on this side of the other side fence, the things would have been a lot easier. I lost my track then. Track, whatever. But they weren't. And a 5-foot-high, roughly hewn, splinter-ridden, sheer wall of a disaster waiting to happen is a daunting challenge to a small child. I did go over this other side fence on one occasion, simply because the thought of this fucking shithead keeping another one of our balls well and truly pissed me off. I could never understand why he didn't just lob the ball back over, or why he flatly refused to hand it over when we politely asked. And we did ask, often. Mum once said very loudly and sarcastically so he couldn't help but hear, "Oh dear, that poor man never had a ball when he was a child." If indeed he ever was a child. But it never made any difference. Nothing could persuade him, not even Dad. A ball is a precious thing to a child, and while there always seemed to be a replacement, I decided on this particular occasion to retrieve it. Come hell or high water, I was determined that this time the prick wasn't going to keep it. I peered through the small gaps that separated each paling until I spotted the ball, then again to make sure the coast was clear. It was. I made ready. I instructed my brother to keep an eye out. Made a couple of practice leaps, then, like Superman, it was up, up and away. From a crouch that had my bum touching the concrete path, I sprang upwards and grabbed the top of two railings. Dangled momentarily while my feet tap danced about the vertical surface of the fence. Gained purchase with the toe of my left foot just at the moment I thought all was lost. Then managed to throw my right leg over the fence. I was blowing from the exertion at that moment, but I kept on scrambling, pulling with all my might until my torso rested on the top of the palings. I was almost over. I teetered and almost fell as I manoeuvred my right leg carefully over the top and slowly lowered myself. Touchdown. I spotted the ball almost immediately and made a dash for it, and it was then somebody yelled. For a split second I thought it was my brother, but it wasn't. "Hey, you kid! Get out of my yard," Mr. Redmond bellowed. "Go on, get!" I get all right. Get the ball and pissed off quick. He came after me with a sort of a hop, skip and a jump that would have been comical under different circumstances. But I wasn't laughing. He moved surprisingly fast for an old codger. But I reached the fence with time to spare. And with the railings there to assist, I was up and over quick smart. I stood there with my brother and sister safe on home ground, clutching the object of my endeavour, slowly regaining my breath and composure, when all of a sudden this head appears over the fence and starts cursing us for all we were worth. The three of us backed away from the fence in fright, and I did the only thing I could do under the circumstances. "Mum!" I yelled. "Mum, come quick!" And she did. She was out of the back door and down those stairs before the foul-mouthed prick even thought about getting off that fence. My sister ran to her crying, and Mum stopped to pick her up, giving Mouth Almighty time to back away and to start to head indoors. Betty copped an earful nonetheless. I had never heard my mother use such language before, never thought she knew such language. But boy, oh boy, did she give him one hell of a dressing down. The game was over for that particular day, but there would always be tomorrows, just like there would be a tomorrow after today's unfortunate event. I would think about that ball lying on the grass for a day or two, but the thought, like the frustration I felt, would quickly fade away and be all but forgotten. We had other places to play, friends to play with. We might not have our own ball for a while, but someone else always did, and nobody minded sharing. Well, that's it. My hands are actually cold. I hope you enjoyed that little reading and a little story of what went on today. I want to thank you for watching. I had a sandwich earlier and it's repeating on me, but it was nice. And until next time, that was quick, wasn't it? You want to say it again? Bye for now. Yes, simple things. I'll just check my, what's the name again? There we go. Stick your finger in there, lad. See how it goes. Stick that finger in. There you go. It's amazing, really, isn't it? A little thing like that can do that. I wonder how it actually does it. I don't know. I don't know how they... it's like this thing my wife's got. A lot of people have got them these days. I think they're from Apple or another. Well, no, 95. Pulse of 78. Yeah, how they can actually gauge your blood oxygen level. Anyhow, yeah, like these things. I don't know, these smart watches that can tell you how far you've walked and how many calories you burned. How does it tell you how many calories you burned? In all honesty, it's only theoretical, isn't it? It's only a supposition. Or how many paces you've walked. I'm not sure about them, you know. Maybe how far you've walked, yes. Or how many paces you've stepped, maybe. But I don't know about this calorie thing. But anyhow, I'm a little sceptical on things like that. And that's enough. Ooroo.